Hey guys, so today we have another review from Heavy Seas. Had to dump out the last one. This is 4.5% Blueberry Pomegranate Magic Sour Ale. Fun. Let's buy another 6 weeks away. So, cool. It works. I got some information about the beer. What? Okay, so they call it BPM, which is beats per minute in my mind. Anyway, Blueberry Pomegranate Magic. It's our BPM sour ale. Blah blah. Oh, so they use a sour vitier. So they call it lactic acid producing yeast. So if you don't know, yeast has gotten so complex, and the yeast labs have gone nuts that where you can actually pitch. So generally, blah blah is a side tangent. To make sour beer or kettle sour beer, you're gonna have to add bacteria, sour your wort, then ferment it with regular beer yeast, so that you create alcohol and you have something. You have a already sour wort, and then you create beer afterwards. This sour vitier and whatever brands are out there actually does the double time in one go. Interesting. Blah blah blah. 4.5% tiny beer. Beer has a nice look to it, right? A little bit. It's kind of like pinkish, reddish, orangish kind of hue thing. I don't know what kind of color that is. Like fruit punchy kind of look to it. So, but not as red, right? Yeah, smells nice. Yeah, it has a nice doughy kind of backbone to it. Smells like a light fruity Berliner. A little bit of berry action, but mostly a little bit of sour, a little bit of like light wheat character. You know, probably they're going on anywhere to like 30-50% on malted wheat. Cheers. Yeah, that's sour. See, that tastes like a proper kettle sour. Wow, that's actually quite sour for a kettle sour, huh? Man, that's so crazy. Like, it just simplifies the process so much, where you can literally do a single pitch, and I get a kettle sour and the beer just all in one go, versus like pitching bacteria, you know, sitting at 100, 90 to 100 degrees, and having having this acidification occur, then pitching yeast and all this crazy stuff. Like, one shot, one go. Very low fruiting. Really full blind. I would have a hard time. Like, it's some kind of berry-ish kind of thing. I'd argue that pomegranate is way too sour, so they probably aren't balancing that correctly. Like, it's just too sour for its own sake. Like, you want to taste a little bit more fruit, and just get sour on top of sour on top of sour. Like, it's sour base beer, probably too sour of a pomegranate addition, and then blueberry is, pretty bland of a fruit. So, and they're probably not top noting, which is a nice way to say, like, using artificial flavoring to, like, give that aromatic, because it doesn't really smell like they've added artificial flavoring to, like, bump up that blueberry or pomegranate kind of nose, which, again, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you use real fruit product and make the palate taste good, but then, like, bump it up on the aromatics. Like, cool, make the whole experience great. Like, like, it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like, oh, Jesus. What's a great, Darwin, the master of stupid analogies. It's like cooking something. Yeah, this is a good analogy. No, it's not a great analogy. Here's a very quick, simple one. It's like cooking something with salt and pepper, and then getting that crunchy, fine, fancy salt and throwing on top of the dish. Like, you don't necessarily need it, but it adds a top element that's sort of like, whatever. So you're lacking on aromatic, and the flavor is actually pretty low. Like, really not much fruit flavor. It's really nice, just a pretty decent sour, kettle sour kind of base beer. It honestly just tastes like, if you didn't see the color, I have high confidence that full blind, no viewing of the color, you would probably guess this was a straight kettle sour Berliner thingy with no fruit added. I have high confidence in that. I have very high confidence in that. Yeah. Yeah. It really tastes like there's nothing. Like, there's no fruit addition. Yogurty, doughy malt character, wheated. Yeah. And this is just crushable. It's quite sour. 4.5%. Sometimes, when you want to come home and, like, there's things that satisfy low ABV refreshing characteristics. It can be a session IPA, it can be that crushable cold lager. And sometimes it's just acidity. Sometimes you just want like something nice and tart and low ABV and not too fruity, and it does the job. It's not a complex beer. It's not a very interesting beer, but it's just a nice, pretty Berliner kettle sour. Bang. I would personally, probably find another beer and like throw some extra in there just to like, make it more interesting. Find something like fruited, something that I have in the fridge. I don't know, who knows what, but or maybe like a syrup that you have in the cupboard. I don't know. I don't think I have anything like that, but bump it up if you want. But it's just nice, acidic, sour, pretty basic. Doesn't taste like anything, honestly. Yeah, get a little bit of flavoring on the nose. There's definitely some blueberry on the nose and maybe some pomegranate, but on the palate really smells like really not much there. 84? That's a pretty good rating for a beer. It tastes a lot like nothing, but yeah, if you're looking for blueberry, yeah, if you're looking for this part, so the magic part, sour ale, sure, magic sour ale, cool, whatever. That's an 84. If you're looking at that blueberry part, blueberry sour, it's an F. It doesn't satisfy that at all. Like maybe a D- or D, but it tastes great. I like it. Like, I'm gonna come home one day and like I want something sour and like, cool. Cheers. 84. Cheers later.